Battle of Velbashd. The Battle of Velbashd is a battle which took place between Bulgarian and Serbian armies on the 28th of July, 1330, near the town of Velbashd, present-day Kyustendil. The growing power of the Serbian kingdom from the late 13th century raised serious concerns in the traditional Balkan powers Bulgaria and Byzantine Empire, which agreed for joint military actions against Serbia in 1327. 3 years later, the bulk of the Bulgarian and Serbian armies clashed at Velbashd and the Bulgarians were caught by surprise. Serbian victory shaped the balance of power in Balkans for the next 2 decades. The Bulgarians did not lose territory after the battle but were unable to stop the Serbian advance towards Macedonia. Serbia managed to conquer Macedonia and parts of Thessaly and Epirus, reaching its greatest territorial extent ever. Their new king Stefan Dušan was crowned emperor with Bulgarian help in 1346. Origins of conflict. During the long but unsuccessful reign of Emperor Constantine Tikasan, from 1257 to 1277, the Bulgarian Empire lost its possessions in northern Macedonia, including Skopje, the original feudal estate of the emperor, to the Byzantines. Both empires were faced with serious external and internal problems, and from the 1280s the Serbs began to expand their kingdom to the south in northern Macedonia. During the internal war in the Byzantine Empire, from 1320 to 1328, waged between the aged Emperor Andronikos II Palaiologos and his ambitious grandson Andronikos III Palaiologos. The Serbian king Stefan Juraj III, also known as Stefan Dušanski, actively supported the side of old emperor and in the process gained some minor forts in Macedonia. After in 1328 Andronikos III won and deposed his grandfather. Serbia and the Byzantines entered a period of bad relations, closer to the state of undeclared war. On the other hand, the Bulgarian Emperor Michael Asen III supported his brother-in-law Andronikos III. Previously, in 1324, he divorced and ousted his wife and Stefan's sister Ananida, and married Andronikos' sister Theodora. During that time the Serbs captured some important towns such as Prozic and Prilep and even besieged Ohrid, 1329. The two empires were seriously worried about the fast growth of Serbia and on the 13th of May, 1327 settled a clearly anti-Serb peace treaty. After another meeting with Andronikos III in 1329, the rulers decided to invade their common enemy. Michael Asen III prepared for joint military operations against Serbia. Michael Shishman desired to retake the northwestern and southwestern Bulgarian lands which the Serbs had previously conquered. The plan included the thorough elimination of Serbia and its partition between Bulgaria and the Byzantine Empire. According to some Serbian chroniclers, he demanded the submission of the Serbian king and threatened to set up his throne in the middle of the Serbian land. Preparations. Both sides took careful preparations. Michael called in his ally Basarab of Wallachia, who sent him a strong unit, as well as detachments of Ossetians and Tatars, a total of 3,000 men. Michael's army was estimated by contemporaries to be 15,000 strong. Stefan Juraj strengthened his army by more Catalan and German mercenaries, 1,000 soldiers each, experienced warriors which presented an elite unit of Serbian army which comprised a total of 17,000 fighters. Operations before the battle. According to the plan, the Bulgarians were to advance from the east and the Byzantines from the south and then to join forces somewhere in present-day North Macedonia, but their coordination was feeble. In July 1330 Andronikos III invaded Macedonia, but after he captured Prilep and 5 minor fortresses he halted his army and decided to await the outcome of the decisive battle between Bulgarians and Serbs. The Serbian objective was to prevent the joining of the Allies and to fight in separate battles. Fearing an attack on Morava Valley by the way of Niš, the Serbian king gathered his army in the field of Dobrik, on the confluence of the Toplica River into the Morava. Movements of the Bulgarian army. On the 19th of July the Bulgarian army led by the emperor himself set off from the capital Tarnovo, marched through the Iska Gorge and Sofia and entered the northern parts of the Struma Valley. From there he continued towards Zemun and set his camp in the village of Shishkovci. On the next day the army reached the important border castle near the modern village of Izvor. From there it was divided into two groups, the main forces under Michael Shishman through the northern parts of the Konyevska mountain, along the border between Bulgaria and Byzantine Empire, and headed towards the Zemun Gorge. The smaller part, which included the army support, went through an easier but longer road through the mountain and arrived between the villages of Konyevo and Dvorisht. Other Bulgarian forces under the command of the emperor's brother Bilo, set off from his seat in Vidin but did not participate in the battle, which was among the main reasons for the following defeat. According to some historians they were stationed as a reserve around the Izvor castle, while others think that he arrived too late. Movements of the Serbian army. From his camp on the confluence between the Toplica and the Morava rivers, Stefan Dashansky expected an attack from Vidin to the northeast. His purpose was to hinder a Bulgarian advance to the interior of his state. Upon the news for the Bulgarian presence in the Struma Valley, the king marched southwards along the Bulgarian Morava and then the valley of the river China until he reached the Staro Nagorichino village, where stopped for a prayer in a nearby monastery. After that he continued to the Iokim Osogovsky monastery, where he prayed again and advanced on Bulgarian territory near the Kamenitsa river in the vicinity of Velbasht, where his army encamped. The battle and its results. The bulk of the two armies camped in the vicinity of Velbasht, but both Michael Shishman and Stefan Dashansky expected reinforcements, and from the 24th of July they began negotiations which ended with a one-day truce. According to some historians there was a minor clash between the armies near the village of Kopilovci, in which the Serbs were repulsed and showed their king that his forces were not enough to achieve success. The emperor had other problems which influenced his decision for the truce. The army supply units had not yet arrived and the Bulgarians were short on food. Their troops scattered around the country and the nearby villages to search for provisions. Meanwhile, receiving a sizable reinforcement led by his son Stefan Dashan during the night, including foreign mercenaries, the Serbs attacked early on the 28th of July, 1330 and caught the Bulgarian army by surprise. One Serbian unit under the command of Dashansky took the Spasovica heights, while more Serbian troops, including 1,000 heavily armored Catalan mercenaries led by Stefan Dashan, penetrated the valley of the Dragovishtica river towards the village of Shishkovci. The main battle took place between the village and the Spasovica heights in a locality called Bojaritsa. Although caught by total surprise, Michael Shishman attempted to bring his army to order, but it was too late and the outnumbered Bulgarian units were crushed. The battle was bloody because the remaining Bulgarian forces on the battlefield stiffly resisted, and according to some chroniclers the river reddened. Both sides suffered heavy casualties and the Bulgarian camp was looted by the Serbs. The emperor himself was badly wounded, his horse killed under him and was captured by the oncoming enemy soldiers. He was taken to the Serbian camp, where he probably expired from his wounds on the 4th day of his captivity, on the 31st of July. Some other theories suggest that he perished on the battlefield or was killed by order of Stefan Dušan. The body of the ill-fated Emperor Michael was brought to King Stefan and was consequently buried in the monastery of Staro Nagorichan, village Staro Nagorichan, near Kumanovo. On the place where he spent his last night praying in his tent, Stefan built a church, still extant to this day. On the second day after the battle, the 30th of July, the Serbs advanced towards the Konjavska mountain, but it was impossible for them to achieve any success because more Bulgarian troops under Michael's brother Bilo and the governor of Lovech Ivan Alexander were concentrated around the Izvor castle and blocked the way to the interior of the country. Near Izvor Bilo met King Stefan Dušanski and they concluded a peace. The Bulgarians agreed to accept as their ruler the underage Ivan Stefan, the son of Michael Shishman and Stefan's sister Ananida. There were minor territorial changes along the current border of the two states, but after the battle Bulgaria could not prevent the Serbian invasion of Macedonia. Later developments and consequences. Hearing the news of his ally's death, Andronikos decided to abandon the war with Serbia and headed to take advantage of the Bulgarian weakness. However, in 1332 the Bulgarians defeated the Byzantines in the Battle of Ruzo Castro and regained many territories in Thrace. King Stefan reached Macedonia and regained the towns that were taken by Byzantines at the beginning of the campaign. After a successful end of the war, Stefan returned to building the Vysoki Dechani monastery, his grand edifice in the region of Metohia, which he bestowed with many villages in a charter issued at the end of the year. In the beginning of the year 1331, young King Stefan Dušan rebelled against his father, possibly on the course of further actions against the Byzantine Empire. In stark contrast with his pious father, Juvenile Dušan was aggressive and was supported by those Serbian nobles who desired wider exploits of the victory by Velebujd. During the rebellion, January to April, Bulgarian nobles dethroned Ivan Stefan and brought to rule Ivan Alexander, from 1331 to 1371, cousin of Michael. In the long run, Velebujd opened a period of around 20 years in which Serbia rose to be the strongest state in southeastern Europe. When Dušan succeeded in taking over of the throne later in 1331, he launched attacks on Byzantine possessions, securing northern Macedonia in 1333–1334. Later, he exploited the Byzantine Civil War from 1341 to 1347, to expand his control over all of Macedonia, Albania, Epirus, and Thessaly. Bulgaria and Serbia kept friendly relations, and in 1346 Stefan Dušan was crowned emperor with the help of Ivan Alexander, founding the Serbian Empire.